Okay, last day of the week, last training of the week. Today we have pull-ups, working up to a triple at RPE 8 and then some back down sets. We have lateral raises again. We have dumbbell flies on the bench this time. We have ring push-ups to just completely destroy the chest, like completely obliterated after having done the dumbbell flies before that. And then we have some biceps, and then we have the triceps. So yeah, no stomach diving today, but been preparing food for the food I'm gonna have like for this is just like the stuff for lunch the next day. So we have like a lot of rice here, like 700 grams of something grams of rice. Like, yeah, around 700 grams of rice here, already cooked. So I'll just let you see like we have like 1.5 kilos of meat. So this is gonna be like lunch for like maybe like 6 days. Like this maybe probably like 5 days. This 1.3 or 1.4 kilograms of meat, and this around 700 grams of rice, and then we have the vegetables I'll need to prepare here. We have a lot of sweet potatoes hiding below here. We have garlic as well. Then we have bell pepper, we have onions, and we have this here. I can't remember the name of that in English, but a lot of just like whole foods. So it's really gonna be a very filling. I'm also gonna use a little bit of cream again because again it's just a lot of calories. So many of these many of these things we have here is not a whole ton of calories. Like obviously the rice is gonna be around 360 grams per 100 360 calories per 100 grams of rice. But the other things like apart from like a little bit of sweet potatoes and the meat, a lot of this here is like very minimal calories. And I'm not trying to cut down in weight. I'm just attempting to make better food choices. So cutting out all the refined sugar and the seed oils to see what difference it makes for me. Like if I'm gonna feel a little bit healthier, because because what I think is that too many people they're just worried about the weight only, and instead of and how they look. And to me, my focus is gonna be more on the performance based. Obviously, I don't want to be a fat mess. I want to be somewhat lean all the time, but I want to be performing well. So the choice I make here is gonna be more based on health, and also if I feel healthy, I'm probably also gonna be being at a good body weight. Like I won't feel healthy being super fat or being way too thin. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So the food choices I'm trying to make here, all these things, is more based on trying to be as healthy as I possibly can. Um, there obviously when you're making all the food yourself, I could buy these things like already pre-made, of course. But again, you never know what's like even though they say it's good things, like you never know 100% the ingredients that have been used. So this is obviously going to take me a little bit more time, and it's not like it's fun to do this on a Sunday night, right? But what's even less fun is coming home at like 10 p.m. on a Thursday or Tuesday, whatever, and having to make dinner or lunch for the next day. Then it's nice to just be able to just take this out of the fridge and just warm it up, and this is all the things you're always gonna have to weigh out in your head. It's not always about what it benefits you right now. It's about looking out into the future and doing those uncomfortable things. There's a lot of shit that's not fun to do that you have to do. Like, I know that this right here, right, making the what do you call it, meal prepping, that is gonna benefit me a lot. Like, I'm working towards what my actual goal is, which is to get strong as hell, right? Like, this is not hard for me to get done because I know that it's just like part of my goal. But like cleaning the house, stuff like that, that's where I really have to pick up mentally if I want to get that done, because that's not part of any goal I have, right? So this is a lot easier to get done if you have the if you know, if you're like laser clear on what your destination is. Then it becomes easy to just do these things day after day after day, and prepare certain things over other things. This is something I just wanted to get out of the way, because I see a lot of people who don't meal prep. They make all their food like at the night before, things like that. Then they miss out on maybe 30 minutes of sleep. That's the other thing. Like, it might take me like 2 hours getting all of this done in total, with the rice being cooked and everything. But I'm saving a lot of time compared to having to spend like 45 minutes, like 5 days, right? Which is gonna be like double the time. I'm saving like 2 hours from doing it all at once. So there's like no like bad things about doing this at all. So if you're not doing meal prep, I hope this is enough to let you know that it's a very good investment of your time. To It's something that I think everyone should be doing, no matter who you are. If you're a businessman, if you are wife, father of a lot of kids, if you are elite athlete, stuff like that, it's just gonna make things a lot less stressful. So there's really no bad things about doing it. Anyways, let's get started with today's training.
Come on, man. Come on.
The only thing that bothers me is just my pull-ups. They haven't improved for like ages, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm doing so much front squat. You know, using the lats to create tension in the front squat, keeping the elbows up. Um, Maybe it's because of the circle deadlift, because I've tried having them right before my heavy pull-up days, and I would always be extremely weak after that because of the elbow resting in the forearms. Um, or maybe it's simply just the fact that I'm just not really like motivated. I don't know what it is with pull-ups. Like I really want to get strong at them, but for the last few months I just haven't had the drive to like push really hard. Like I'm feeling extremely motivated to push my deadlift, my circuit deadlift, my front squat, my triceps exercises, the my chest. I'm feeling extremely motivated to push. Um, but pull-ups is just something I'm missing there, and I don't know if I'm gonna have to maybe just take them out of the rotation for a little bit, and do stuff with straps and in machines, maybe just pull downs, a little bit just to change things up for a little bit, or maybe do some rows. Um, I gotta figure something out because it's really been nagging me recently. Yeah, like I had a point, like 10 months ago, like from March to around May, where I was doing like extremely high rep pull-ups, and back then I actually saw really good progress. I got up to 20 reps unbroken, meaning I didn't rest at the bottom at any point in time. Actually, I think I got 21 unbroken with neutral grip. But today, after having done my 3 reps with 37.5 kilos, I only did like 15 neutral grip. I mean, obviously, you're gonna lose it when you don't use it. Like as you say, use it or lose it. But still, it is a bit annoying that my pull-ups are so drastically weaker. Um, I mean, yeah, I did the set at like RP8, RP8 and a half before that. Um, but then again, I want to be able to make 20 pull-ups at any point in time, because it's not just like for strength, but just for functionality. I think being able to hang and pull yourself up 20 times is a good goal for anyone to have, no matter if you are a calisthenics enthusiast or strongman or a bodybuilder, whatever. I think pull-ups are one of the best exercises you can do to the well of your back and all the different variations of it. So that's something I have to figure out. But the flies today, they were exceptional. I managed to get 20 reps with 20 kilos, and that last rep, like, that was so brutal. I even paused a little bit in the bottom. I don't know if it was possible to see on the video. Um, but I didn't expect to get 20 reps today. That also means I'm gonna move up to 24 reps to 24 kilos next time and work my way up in the 10 to 20 rep range again. Um, so that I'm extremely happy about for someone who notoriously had a very weak chest, only being able to bench press around 130. This is getting really strong, I feel like. If I can get up to, my goal is to get up to 30 kilo dumbbells for 20 reps. At that point, like, that's gonna be phenomenal. Like, at that point, I can do like almost 40 kilo for 10 reps. That's per hand. Like, that's absolutely nuts to do that in flies. But I'm not surprised, like, because if you have been following me for a while, you know that I have monstrous overhead press, and I went from like 70 kilos to over 100 kilos in like 5.5 months, which is absolutely nuts, to make that much progress. Like that's almost a 50% increase from not even having like a very weak overhead press, and at the same time I put on so much size on my shoulders, like 7 kilo of pure muscle in that point in time, in those 5.5 months. Um, and yeah, my tricep push downs and all the triceps exercises for me obviously are insanely strong. So I'm not surprised now that I'm actually focusing on my chest, for once that it's the progress is showing off. Like, it shouldn't come as a surprise if I'm able to improve extremely fast, because I have that I have the muscle on me. I clearly have like the pushing strength on all other aspects. So it's no surprise that I'm also able to get very, very strong in the bench press when I decide to really engage myself in it. Um, and yeah, and then I moved on to the ring push-ups, and after having done those flies, they were absolutely crazy. And especially when you like try to lock out the arms at the top, and then when you go down, the good thing about the ring push-up is that you can, like when you're doing dumbbell press, when you have the dumbbells here, you're relaxing. With rings, when you get here, and especially when if you try to lock out your arms, like gymnasts do, you're not relaxing. Your chest in that shortened position is working like crazy. Um, and because in that shortened position, you're getting a huge pump at the same time. And then as you go down, you can kind of decide like how much you will go out to the side. So when I can, I try to go out a little bit wider to make it harder and be more like chest isolated, like more like a fly. Because one of my goals is to be able to do flies with my body weight on the rings. So you can kind of do like a drop set on them. When it starts to get harder and harder, you can start start really looking out and taking the rings like really wide here. Then as you get strong, as they get harder, you take them in close to the body and use your triceps more as well. So that way you can a really good drop set. And for me, I don't feel like the flies barely nearly as much as I do with this because of the stabilizing you have to do when the rings out in front of you. Like you can see on some of the reps in the end, I'm not able to get this. I have to have my arms here. It gets extremely hard to get that lock in here because my chest are just burning and screaming for yeah, yes, just want to get out of the hell that I've put it in. After that, did some chest expander pull aparts. Oh yeah, I also managed to get almost like 20 reps with the lateral raises. Again, like the 20th rep, I'm not gonna count it, but I definitely got 19, and that's huge progress. And then I did one more rep on one of the other sets of the half rep sets. So that's one of the good things about the half rep sets, because they're not really close to failure. If you hit the same number of reps 2 times in a row, then you can just, if you need to make some progressive overload, you can simply just add another rep in one of the back off sets. That way you have done a little bit more than you have done before. So that makes it extremely easy to add some kind of progress with that. Yeah, so the most interesting thing today was actually, like I didn't record my tricep push down, but it was fun to see after having done all the ring flies and the all the dumbbell flies and the ring push-ups, how much weaker my triceps was, because just 2 days ago I was able to do 30 reps with 77 kilos. Today I was only able to get 23 reps with 73 kilos. I mean, it's also the third day in a row. Actually, yeah, it's the third day in a row that I've done triceps work. So it's gonna be a little bit fatigued, but also just it shows like how much when doing this, how much I'm using my triceps in the ring push-ups, and how much it gets tired out from that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see after I've had the training tomorrow, then I've had the rest day Tuesday, and then I'm gonna train triceps again Wednesday. How strong am I gonna be in my triceps there when I have had a day to fully recover? That's what I'm really looking forward to see. Anyways, I need to get all of this finished here with the meal prep, and then I'll have to relax for a little bit and get some stuff done to get some to get ready for the next week. I'll see you guys.